Maxwell and a top Justice Department official has raised disturbing new questions. Why is the Deputy Attorney General himself, a man who usually oversees the entire DOJ, sitting down face-to-face with a convicted sex trafficker? Why now? And what exactly are they offering her in exchange for information? This isn't your usual legal negotiation. Maxwell, who was found guilty of helping Jeffrey Epstein run a global sex trafficking operation, was convicted of perjury as well. That alone makes her a deeply unreliable witness. Yet here she is, being offered limited immunity, potentially even a sentence reduction, and, according to some sources, maybe even a presidential pardon. All of this in exchange for information. But information about what? Or more importantly, about whom? Sources say the discussions may center on implicating one or more of Donald Trump's political enemies. But critics argue, if Maxwell is already known to lie under oath, how can her testimony be trusted? Could this really be about justice? Or is it about politics? There's growing speculation that the Justice Department isn't actually trying to build a new case against someone connected to Epstein. They may be using Maxwell as a tool for something else. What makes this situation more suspicious is who conducted the interview: Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General, and notably Trump's former personal attorney. That kind of involvement is unprecedented. Normally, DOJ officials at that level stay far away from ongoing investigations. The fact that Blanche is personally leading the meeting sends a chilling message. It suggests this isn't just a legal matter, it's deeply political. Legal experts are stunned, offering deals to a convicted perjurer who was part of one of the most disturbing criminal enterprises in recent history. It's not just unusual, it's dangerous. Prosecutors would usually be cautious about relying on someone like Maxwell. She has every reason to lie. She wants freedom, and if the only way to get it is by naming names, even if they aren't true, she might do exactly that. Now here's where it gets even more political. Some reports suggest that the goal may be to get Maxwell to name people who are politically inconvenient for Trump, even if those people never had real connections to Epstein. Could this be an attempt to shift the narrative and deflect attention from Trump's own historic ties to Epstein and Maxwell? Let's not forget, Trump has a long and well-documented history with both Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. There are pictures, public quotes, and confirmed interactions going back decades. Though Trump has denied wrongdoing, the fact remains that he was close to both figures. And that makes this whole situation even more explosive. Why would his former attorney be representing the DOJ in this situation? Why is the DOJ giving someone like Maxwell a direct line to power? And why are they suddenly so interested in what she has to say, years after her conviction? When asked whether he would consider pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, Trump recently gave a vague answer. He said, "This is not the time to talk about pardons," but didn't rule it out. That ambiguity is telling. It's almost as if he's leaving the door open, just in case her information ends up benefiting him politically. But even Trump's supporters aren't buying it. Many within his own base are demanding more transparency. They want the Epstein files released. They want to know who else was involved, and they want answers, even if those answers are uncomfortable. In fact, some of the strongest criticism Trump is facing over the Epstein scandal isn't coming from his political opponents. It's coming from conservative voices who feel betrayed. And perhaps that's what's fueling this bizarre DOJ Maxwell deal, an attempt to appease critics, to be seen as doing something. But is it the right kind of something, or is it a dangerous shortcut that undermines the justice system? Experts are warning that if Maxwell is allowed to shape the public narrative in exchange for favors, even partial immunity or a shorter sentence, it will destroy the credibility of any future prosecutions. It'll raise questions about whether we're seeing justice play out or political theater. And what about the victims, the young women and who came forward to expose a network of abuse, power, and corruption? What message does this send to them? That a convicted criminal can barter her way out by naming names the government wants to hear? Right now, we don't know what Ghislaine Maxwell told the DOJ. The transcripts haven't been released, and experts say they probably won't be, at least not anytime soon. That secrecy, combined with the unusual players involved, only deepens public suspicion. One thing is clear, the Epstein case isn't going away, not for Trump. Not for the DOJ, and not for the American public. As pressure builds and as more people demand accountability, we're left with a chilling question. Will we ever know the full truth about Jeffrey Epstein? Or will it be buried under political deals and legal manipulation? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you want unfiltered news, deep dives, and bold questions, subscribe to AWA Updates and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. See you in the next one.